Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Sherard Show. I am your host, Sherard. Hope you're doing wonderful this Sunday evening. Today's Sunday evening's conversation is a very special one, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be talking to a young man who's all the way in Cameroon, and his dream is to be in the NBA. But we're going to hear his story about how his struggle with even a civil war in his country, as well as fighting every day, things we take for granted, just to see him go through these things for his dream to be in the NBA. And that's for Sunday's conversation entitled, Risking My Life for My Dream. The Sherard Show is brought to you by our new sponsor, Queen Team Apparel. Queen Team Apparel is all the way from Atlanta. They are one of our new sponsors for the Sherard Show. They make really nice t-shirts as well as custom wear. Her information is right on your screen. You can always email them or go to their website if you would like something made. Again, that's Queen Team Apparel. I'm so excited. And then the Sherard Show is also brought to you by Essence Television. Essence Television is a new network and home for the Sherard Show, where 130 million people can see the Sherard Show and all its episodes. We have upcoming Robert De Niro coming on the show, Ray Liotta, Holly Berry. We're also going to have Tyler Perry, and the list goes on. But tonight's very special episode is with Mr. Kennedy Lamiress, all the way from Cameroon. Ladies and gentlemen, many people have a dream or have aspirations to get to the NBA. Everybody's journey is different. Some people have to go through college. Some people get drafted like Kobe straight from high school. And then you have those like this gentleman here who has to dodge bullets every day in order just to get to his dream of being in the NBA. He stopped by, he's in Cameroon. He stopped by the Sherard Show to tell us a little bit about his story. Welcome, Kennedy, to the show. How are you, sir?
Thank you very much for having me on your show. I'm fine. I'm doing great.
And I appreciate you taking a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not Usain Bolt, even though he looks just like him, ladies and gentlemen. This is not Usain Bolt, but he is a humble young man who is doing big things. Kennedy, when did you get the inspiration to want to be in the NBA? Who's the people that you saw that said, you know what, I want to take this journey to the NBA?
Growing up as a kid, I always have a love passion for that game, love for the game. I usually watch the game on TV, like watch Kobe and LeBron play. Like I watch them like every day. So I developed that passion for the game. I saw what they were doing. I was really interested. I really wanted to play the game. But coming from Africa, you have some things that let you down, like where you are from and things like that. So I just had to put through my dreams, like focus on what I wanted to be like them. Those are the people that I love watching them play. May the soul of Kobe rest in peace. He helped me a lot as a kid growing up, like everything I had to do, but just watching them play made me like kind of happy and everything up.
So now, what do your friends say about, because being a basketball player, is that something very popular in Africa, or is it more like playing soccer/football? Which one is more popular in your country?
My country is more of playing football than basketball. Especially where I'm from the city I'm from, basketball is a kind of rare activity or sports being done there. So it's just that kind of a difficult thing just for me as a basketball player. I'm also limited to stuffs like facilities to train and coaches just because of soccer is more popular and people are not more interested in that game.
Now, most kids who even grow up in the inner city, they have their struggles in cities like Chicago, New York, LA, places like that, where they have to worry about gunshots and things like that. But in your country, there's a civil war going. And and there's footage running on your screen now, ladies and gentlemen, where you see Kennedy has to duck down and dodge bullets in the midst of just doing something as simple as practicing his game in basketball. What's the Civil War about, and how do you deal with that on a daily basis, Kennedy?
Growing up, we usually just watch the Civil War just on movies and TVs and everything, or just like something we watch, and I don't know how to explain it, but it was something like normal. We never had that. I never got to know on that point you become like what we have happening now in my country now. It's something difficult and something that kind of catastrophic because people keep on dying every day and things happening. It's kind of difficult for me. You see me in the video lying down with just like bullets were flying into the court, as I rightly said in the video, and I had to duck down just for some few hours for the bullets to pass. That's something happen on daily basis in my country just because of the civil war, and I also find difficulties on going to the court for some time just because of the bullets and everything. The fighting has going on for almost 4 years now, kind of bringing down everything down in my country, starting from kids not going to school, the economic and everything. That kind of really bringing down my country into that kind of floor level and everything. So I just try as much as I can to fight for my dreams, not just for myself, also for the kids here in Africa and everything, and my community too, to also give them that hope that they can do it no matter where they are from, no matter what is going around them, everything. Just need to focus on what you want to become.
Now, Kennedy, for you though, when bullets are flying like that, and you know this, your determination must be so great to even go and want to do this in the midst of bullets flying, when I'm sure your family probably tell you to stay in the house,
Yeah.
don't do it. Is that what your family tends to tell you?
Yeah, they do that all the time. Like, stay in the house to stay safe. You need to be at home.
Now,
They tell me all the time.
Now, what is the Civil War about, first and foremost?
The Civil War is all about the government and the English-speaking part of my country fighting for the English part of my country has been going through a lot from the government, so they had to fight for. I just like to raise my comments because if you like to go into the details of it, you may become a victim of certain stuff like that. But the government and the English part of my country have been fighting for almost 4 years now. That's all I can tell you for now.
Okay.
Going into the details, yeah.
Now, Kennedy, tell me what your day-to-day routine is for practicing for the NBA. What time do you start? What time do you end? And what's your regiment like?
Like now is like 20-something minutes gone past the hour of 3. On my normal day routine, I'm that kind of now watching some videos and some highlights of coaches and matches. Like now the NBA is going on, I watch some matches and some highlights and stuff like that to be able to improve my games on where I think I need to improve my games on. Let's say 6 o'clock or 7 a.m. early in the morning, I get up and I start going to the court around 12 or 1 p.m. in the afternoon. When I get home, I get some rest. I hit the gym in the evening from 6 in the evening to somewhere around 10 or 11. I go back and I get some rest. So that's my daily routine. I just train like twice a day. But sometimes I find it difficulties to go into the court due to what's happening in my country. I have to train at home and certain stuff like that. But apart from that, my normal day is like training twice a day and preparing so hard. I try to intense my training section because going to the NBA is not just a day job, not just by saying in your mouth you want to go to the NBA, you want to reach there. You need to put in the work because a lot of kids out there like you also trying to go to the NBA. You need to put in the work, not to be the best in what you have to do, to be the best in what you do, to be able to make.
So Kennedy, everybody, as you mentioned, so many have that dream to be in the NBA, but many times they're not prepared for it. But you're making amends, and you're doing a lot of things to compensate for not having the adequate trainers and things like that. First of all, now Kennedy, you're 6'5", is that correct? Hi, Kennedy, are you there?
I'm 6'2", 6'5", 6'2".
Okay, so you're 6'2".
On the mistake on the House of Bounce for it. I corrected it. It was 6'2", not 6'5".
Okay, and
Yeah.
your aspiration is to be a point guard, shooting guard. What is it?
Yeah. Point guard or shooting guard.
Okay.
Yeah, my aspiration is to be a point guard or shooting guard.
Now, this is for all those who are watching now. Again, NBA people are watching this and they are paying attention because I did call their attention to it. So this is your time to shine. And there's a reason why we had this gentleman on for the Sherard Show, because when it comes to baseball, Dominican Republic is one of the most popular places where the major leagues go because some of the best players in the major league oftentimes comes from the Dominican Republic. But there's great basketball and baseball players all over the world. Now, this gentleman just so happens to be in a country where it's not popular where NBA is, but he wants his shot, and I want you to have your shot. But you tell me, Kennedy, why should the NBA give you a second look?
I would love the NBA to get like. Thank you for your question. Like, I would love the NBA to give me a shot of what I how to play in the NBA, just because I know I'm gonna do great. I'm kind of working so hard and every day in my life to make sure I make it there, so I can also give the chance to other kids. I can also bring light to the other kids in Africa, not just my city as a whole. There's a lot of raw talent in Africa where kids are looking down on that dream just because of where they come from, like where they are, not from the cities, a lack of equipment and everything. Just give up. There's raw talent in Africa, not just in basketball, not just in soccer, not more in education. So I'm just like kind of trying my shot out there just to make it to the NBA. So I can also motivate other kids all over the world. That it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter the situation you find yourself in. If you're determined on what you want to become, you're going to do it through hard work.
Now, this gentleman is a man that's coming from the reality. A lot of times kids say they come from the streets. This man is really coming from something pretty tough to be able to make it to his dream. Now, Kennedy, once you make it, and I know you're going to make it in the NBA if the Lord says so, are you going to bring your family from Cameroon to the States?
My family is not the only thing I'm that kind of working on now. My is I'm just trying to give my family a better life and all the kids all over the world from places like I come from. So my family is not only going to be the only thing I'm going to concentrate on as if I make it to the NBA. I'm making it to the NBA not just all about me, as I rightly said on one of my videos. I just want to try that kind of. I leave no one behind. If you're hardworking and you want to become something, I give you a shot. So you know, just all about my family bringing to the USA. I just want to give my family a better life. If that some of them want to come to the USA with me, good and fine. But I'm out there for the other kids like me, where I come from, because me being here from Africa and where I come from and the gunshot and everything, I've taught me a lot of stuff, not just all about basketball, but about life and reality. So I'm just that kind of working hard every day, not just for myself anymore, but for every other kid out here in Africa. If I can't reach you if I can't reach you financially, I should be able to motivate you to work. So I'm just that kind of trying to make everything like every kid out there to give it a shot for his own self and his own family too.
Now, Kennedy, what would you tell people about Cameroon that they may not know? Something they need to know about your home country that people don't know. We maybe take it for granted here, but it's something that you perhaps go through aside from the Civil War on a daily basis in your country.
Cameroon is an amazing country in the world, full of raw talents all over. Basketball, soccer. Basketball is something that's coming in new in Cameroon, and I love the way they're kind of embracing it. They're kind of trying to. I'm not the only one putting in their work into it. Maybe God just decided to use me as a platform for all our people. I have a lot of kids here, day in, day out, training just to become players, either to play in Europe or whatever, basketball, soccer. Cameroon is that kind of a beautiful place. We've got a lot of raw materials and everything. Like, it's a place you ever like to ever come and have kind of a chill or everything about life or stuff like that. Cameroon is rich in culture and everything. Cameroon is a love, peace and loving country. Sorry for the peace at first. Cameroon was a peace and loving country at first, but now used to the war and everything. But Cameroon have a lot of people that love foreigners and everything. It's a country you love to visit one day in your lifetime, sir.
So, Kennedy, when you get your first NBA check, what are you going to use it for?
My first NBA check, I would like to get my parents a better living standard.